Welcome. I'm Heather. Thanks so much for joining me for Bedtime Yoga. This is a great practice to do right before bed. You could even incorporate some of the things we do from your bed. That's always an option. We are going to start just here for a moment. You could be in a seated position. We're not going to be here too long, but making yourself comfortable. If you want to sit on a cushion, if you want to sit on a chair, that's always an option. If you need a bit more support for your back and you're near a wall, you can sit with your back at the wall. We're going to start with some gentle neck rolls from side to side. So I'm just going to circle halfway through the head and neck. So a half roll, helping to loosen up, release any tension that's accumulated today in the neck. And this time as you roll your head to one side, let's keep it there for a few breaths. So you're starting to focus a little bit more on how you're feeling here in this position, and also we're always focusing on the breath. Slowly release that and bringing the head to the other side, ear in line over your shoulder, pausing here for a few breaths. And then we'll come back to center. And you can lower your chin down towards your chest, and on your breath in, lift your chin up slightly. On your exhalation, tuck your chin down again and continue to flow with your breath. In and out. Taking a nice deep breath in, lifting and opening your chest. And as you exhale, dropping your chin down, belly in. Do that for 2 more breaths. Like a seated cat-cow. And at the end of your next exhalation, come back to center. Sitting up nice and tall. One more thing here. We're going to inhale, reach the arms. And on the exhale, release your arms back down. I'll do that 2 more times with breath. Inhaling on the way up. Taking your time here to move and breathe. And feel your body. And on your exhalation, release. Good. We'll start to move our legs out of this position. But before we change our positioning completely or come off our seat, we're going to start with the knees bent, the feet in front, and the feet can be at least hip distance apart. Hands comfortably support you behind your body here, behind your back. And we're going to do a nice gentle movement from side to side with your legs. So now that you can see my posture from the side, it might be easier if I turn this way and you can see the movement that I'm doing with my legs here. So just a nice, slow, gentle warm up for your legs, your hips, your lower back. Do this a few more times. Good. And then we'll come back to center. We'll release from that position. We're going to tuck the feet to the side and move over onto the mat in tabletop position on the hands and knees. Here, we're going to widen out the knees a little bit more. I might slide them back too. And then just start to roll around a little bit more through your upper body. So moving in a circular motion. Don't forget to pad your knees a little bit. If you find that they get sensitive here in this position, you can double up your mat or put a blanket underneath them. Let's flow a few times in the opposite direction. Just taking it nice and slow to really feel your body loosening up here, helping to ease today's stress and tension. So we're not going to take that into our sleep tonight. This time, as you inhale, come forward. As you exhale, lower your hips down towards one side, one leg and foot there, and then come back to center, and we're going to ease the hips down towards that other side. Good. Inhale, come back to center. One more time each side. And just keep moving with your breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale back to center. This time we're gonna, we can widen the knees apart. We can grab whatever we have for support if we wanna support the body to come into child's pose. And you can just allow yourself to rest here, releasing down with the arms, releasing down with your head, supporting your head on something here. Helping to create more space in your back. We'll stay here for about 2 to 3 more breaths. If you need to come out for any reason, please do. Long exhalation. Next time to really release and let go. To activate that relaxation response, we focus on long exhalations. Next time you inhale, slowly come back up and shift your support away. Come back to table. And we'll actively lift the belly, arching your spine in the cat. And on the next inhale, slowly look forward. We'll do this 2 more times. If you need to change the positioning of your hands, if your wrist gets sore, please do. You can make fists and even come up onto your fingertips. And be a little bit more on the outer edges of your hands. Moving with your breath. So I'm cupping, there's space underneath the center of my palm here that helps to take some of the pressure off the wrists here. This time as you exhale at the end, come back to center. We're going to send the right leg straight back. Keep the toes curled under on the mat and push back with your heel. Good. And then we'll release that side and we'll go to the other side. Lengthen back with your left leg, toes curled under, push back with your heel. And then releasing that, I'm going to slide the hands forward next. And we're going to slowly lower the head down, coming into the puppy pose. It's like a half downward dog. You can stay lifted with your arms for a few more breaths, reaching back with your hips. Breath here. Long, long exhalation, even breathing out through your mouth to help that exhalation be more complete. Good. And slow it down. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, tuck or bring your belly in, arch your spine. Inhale, come back to center. This time in preparation for thread the needle, we're going to bring the right arm out to the side. We're going to slide it over to the left so the palm faces up. Come over and down onto your right shoulder, the right side of your head for a few breaths. Again, help to slow your breath down here. Soften everywhere else. You can soften through your jaw. Release a little bit of pressure with that other arm. You can just place it where it's most comfortable. breathing here, helping your body to release. Not just where you feel this the most, but we're going to slowly come up now. So use your left hand to rise up. And we'll bring that other arm out to the side and come over and down. So of course, we're helping our body to release the tightness, the tension, the constriction in all different areas of the body. Also helping to release any emotional tension and strain, because that moves into the body too. Keeping the breath flowing will really help you to move through anything that comes up. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then on the next exhale, again, use your right hand to support you back up to center. You're going to slowly come out of this posture and we're going to come back, and I'm going to offer you a variation if the squat isn't something that is available tonight for you. You can always sit on something with your feet wide, sitting right at the front edge, and you could bring your hands together. If the squat feels pretty good, you can stay here for a few breaths. You can rock side to side with your hips and your legs. Come back to center and really sink. Your heels start to sink down a little bit more too. We'll bring the hands in a little bit closer and begin to transition out of this one. We'll come onto the feet, align your toes forward, feet hip distance apart. We'll come halfway up. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhalation, sink. If your hands aren't comfortably on the mat, you can support them with some blocks. Okay, we'll be here for 1 to 2 more breaths. You could also alternate if you need to. Inhale and bend your knees, look forward, exhale and sink again. Next time you inhale, plant your feet, bend your knees. You can use your hands on your thighs for support. Just slowly rise right up to standing in your mountain. And from this pose, we're going to roll the shoulders out. You can inhale, lift, and exhale to release. Do that a couple more times in this direction. And then as you inhale, rolling the opposite direction, exhaling down in front. This time as you inhale, bring your hands together, reach them up. And as you exhale, circle back. We'll move in the opposite direction, reaching back with your arms and then reaching up on the inhale, on the exhale, release. Continue to flow here for the next few breaths. This time as you inhale, we're just going to lift the right arm straight up. And on the exhale, come over to the side. Stay here for another breath. On the next inhale, start to come back to center, and on your exhale, release. Okay, and we'll continue that. Moving on the other side, inhaling, lifting, exhaling and opening, reaching with your arm, your hand. Pausing here for another breath. And on your next inhale, come back to center and exhale to release. Good. And just feel that release through your shoulders, through your back. And we're gonna bend the knees a little bit and place the hands right above the knees and circle there. Helping to loosen up those knee joints. Some nice flowing movements. And then we're going to come up to standing and bring your right foot up a little bit and see if you can balance here. Find a focal point and roll through your ankle and your foot. And we're going to switch, move to the other side, balance here, and roll through your ankle and foot. And then we'll release that. And we are going to make our way back down. And we're going to start in a seated position. We're going to move into the butterfly pose. I'm going to show you a few modifications for this, variations on it, but we are starting with the feet together. If you find you need a little lift for underneath your hips, you can place something there that'll help perhaps align your pelvis into more of that neutral place here. We can use our hands on our legs, gently pull the elbows back. Okay, and when you're ready, then start to come forward. And it's nice to support the head, especially at the end of a long day and you're maybe feeling more stress in your, your head, your neck, your shoulders. Feels really nice to support the head if you can figure out how to do that with some whatever support you have at home. Maybe even some blocks would work here. A chair might work. If you find that you want to try going a little bit deeper, you could slide your feet out a little bit more and start to lower down. And again, if you're lower down here, you can support your head. Breathing, softening into whatever position you've chosen here. We'll stay here for about 3 more breaths. At the end of this exhalation, as you begin to inhale, slowly rise back up. And we're going to straighten out through the left leg. And again, to sit up nice and straight and tall through your upper body, you might want to sit on a little something. We're going to bring the right leg in, right foot down to the mat. We're going to try to balance here in the sit bones. Bring your hands around your leg. And we will move into a twist. So deciding, do you want to twist from this position? I'm going to move that right hand back, right knee bent. Do you want to try placing that foot on the other side of your leg? And getting a little bit more of a hip stretch here as you position your hand on your leg. Find your place in this pose. If we wanted to continue to deepen this, you would bend your left leg, center your hips again, and see if that feels okay. But again, I really encourage you to just find your place. We don't want to force ourselves to do anything that doesn't feel good. Breathe through it. Long exhalation. And then slowly release. Before you release, if you are here with your leg and your hands are wrapped around, connecting just to the outside of your knee, this is a really nice hip stretch. If you press your hands into your leg, the outer side of your leg, and press your leg back into your hands, you'll get quite a nice stretch through that leg and right down into your hip. And again, you could be doing this from the leg out like this and still feeling it. Okay. And then we're going to release. Releasing, rocking that right leg out a little bit. Before we switch sides for the twist, we're going to actually bring this foot to the inside of the left leg, knee out to the side, supporting your knee if you need to with something. If the knee is quite lifted, that's going to create tension in your hip. So support it. If you have a belt, you can grab your belt. We're going to reach up with the arms on the inhale to lengthen and open. And on the exhale, we'll come over. If we need to, we come over with the knee bent, the left knee bent. Okay, we can wrap the belt around the foot. Pause here for a few breaths. Okay, if you need a little support underneath that leg, you could keep the knee bent, but it might even feel nice to put something. I've just folded my blanket and put it underneath that left leg, the leg I'm stretching over. Just supporting your body. You want to have even more support here. Put a block underneath your head. Okay. Or a bolster. If you can, reach a little bit further with your arms, right down to your foot there. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to rise up from our pose. Lengthening through your spine. And just stretch out through that other leg. And do the same postures on this other side. So if you want to start with your left leg in, use your hands around your left knee here. Pull back a little bit with your elbows to lengthen through your upper body. And you decide where you want to position that left foot, to the outside of your right leg, like I'm doing, or keeping it on the inside. Right? Find your foundation through your seat here and lift up through your upper body from there. Okay, if you want to go deeper, you could try bringing that foot back. And just bring your hands around to the outside of your knee for a moment. Pausing there. And when you're ready on your exhalation, start to move into your twist. I'm just going to come back to sitting up nice and tall. If any of these postures for you aren't working tonight, you can always do a twist a different way. I've just reminded myself that we can bend both knees, feet on the ground. Okay. Bring your right arm across, left hand behind. Just another variation here. Oops. When you're ready, slowly release. Come back to center. We'll bring that. Again, we did that little bit of a hip stretch. We had the hands clasped on the outside of the knee, and we are gently pushing against the leg. The leg pushes back into the hand. One more breath here. Releasing that, rocking your leg out a little bit from side to side and bringing your foot down. Knee out to the side. If you want to support it, you can put something underneath that leg. We are going to fold now over that right leg. So lift up and lengthen through your upper body. On your next breath out, you could be using your belt. You could wrap around your foot. Try to keep your length in your back as you come over. Again, if you want to bend your knee, if you want to put something underneath that right knee, that ensures that you are bending forward from your hips and not your belly. Holding this posture for a few breaths, finding that nice stretch in the back of your leg. And depending where you are with your upper body, you might also find it with your back as you reach out through your arms. Reach them forward. And again, if it's comfortable, you can support your head. And then we'll stay here for 1 to 2 more breaths. On your next breath in, slowly rising back up. We will move that, so whatever support you're using, just to the side for a moment. Keep your belt, whatever you've got it for a belt tonight. You could be using a scarf or a bathrobe tie, whatever you've got. We're going to start to roll down onto the back. And keep your knees bent. Move slowly from the bottom of your spine right through to the middle and then right through to the head. And if you want to support your head, place your hands behind your head for a moment. Elbows out to the side. Feeling that nice stretch in your upper back and shoulders and right through your neck. Let your head sink, but at the same time, you're just supporting it slightly off your mat. One more breath here. And then release, releasing your head right down onto your mat. Take a few breaths here, letting your back sink. You might rock your head gently from side to side. And then come back to center with your head, feet in towards you. This is another posture. We're going to come into the bridge. Bridge can be really nice with support. So if you have something you can put underneath your hips, that's always nice. But the first few times you come up in the bridge, you can come up on the inhale and on the exhale, flow back down. We'll do a flowing bridge, moving with your breath a few times. Feeling that weight transfer to the shoulders and then all the way back down through to your back. Okay. The next time you inhale, if we have support, you can continue with the flowing bridge if you don't. If you want, you can also come up into the bridge and just hold it there, or you can slide some support underneath your hips. Find that right spot to be in this posture. And this will help naturally lengthen your neck. So you might notice that your chin can sink down a bit more rather than being lifted up. And just breath here. Long exhalation to help you release. And hold this for a few more breaths. If you'd like to, from this posture, you can start bringing your feet off the floor, bringing one leg in at a time. You might be on support here, you might not. Okay. And I like to come up into sort of like a supported shoulder stand, or mimicking a bit of the legs up the wall position. Finding what's comfortable here. If you can put a pillow or something underneath, even just like a folded blanket, would be great to experience this pose. And you're positioning that support underneath your hips so it feels really easy to keep your legs in this position. Okay. You can flex your feet and then point your toes up. Alternate that a couple more times. And then from here, you can also let the legs come apart. And you can support the outsides of your thighs with your hands, opening the inner thighs. Holding that for breath. And on your next exhalation, pushing back to center with your legs. And we'll just bring one leg down. Keep the knee bent, foot to the floor. Keep reaching that other leg up. If at this point, if it's easier to use a belt to keep your leg in that position, go for it. Okay, breath here. And then you can let the belt come off that foot if you're using a belt. We'll bring that leg down and lift the other leg straight up. Notice when your hips are raised in this position, you might feel a little bit more of a stretch in that thigh, the side where the foot is down on the floor, actually. If you want, you can bring your belt on your foot. Find your place here to position your leg. Nice, slow, easy breath in and out. And then we'll let the belt come off and we'll slowly take this leg down. Back into the bridge. Supported bridge. We're going to plant the feet down. We're going to take one. If you've got two blocks like I do, you'll take one block away at a time. Come back down on that remaining block. And then plant your feet again. Lift up. Just slide that other support underneath or away if you have it there underneath. Come right down onto your back. Feel your lower back sink and settle more deeply down to the floor. We'll bring the heels up here, toes connecting. Bring one knee in and just hold that position for a moment. Let's plant the other heel right down onto the mat. And from this position, slide the outside of your ankle onto the front of that other thigh. So I'm using my left leg is moving to, the ankle's moving to the right thigh, knee out to the side. I can use my left hand just to press gently against that left leg. And this might be enough for you tonight. If you want to go deeper, you can do one of a few different things. You can slide your hands behind the right knee if that feels like it's too much. If you still are working with support, have it handy. You can slide blocks underneath your right foot, or you can use a belt behind your right leg here. Okay, you want to find just the right amount of stretch and opening here. Breathing through it. And then we're going to take the right foot back down. We're going to reach the left arm out to the side. We're going to bring the right hand to the left knee, and we're just going to come into a bit of a twist here. Again, this might be a position where you have support beside you. You're going to put, as you twist here, and you can support the left foot. If this doesn't feel right in your body, you can always just come back to center, both feet on the floor, both legs aligned together, and then drop both knees over to the side like we normally do in a reclining twist. Maybe some support there underneath the bottom leg, in between both legs. Okay, or you could still be here. You just, again, I want to give you choices here and figure out what's right for your body tonight. We're going to hold here for a few more breaths. Soften everywhere. Soften your face, your jaw. Come back to center when you're ready. Realign here. You can bring that left knee in towards your chest again. And before we release this left side, again, if you have a belt close to you or something you can place around your foot, we're going to bend and straighten at the knee. So I'm bending my knee in, foot stays up towards the ceiling, bottom of the foot doesn't really change position, it's just the knee. So the sole of your foot, the bottom of your foot stays facing up towards the ceiling. And you're just bending and straightening, holding that for a few breaths when you're ready. So I'm straightening my leg and finding just the right amount of sensation. With the belt around the toe mound, the ball of the foot, I can gently press down in order to open the calf, the ankle. I can bring both ends of the belt in the left hand. I'm on the left side here. Open that leg out to the side for a moment. Open the right side of your body out as well. I'm just staying anchored here, right to the center core of my upper body. Center of the pelvis, center of the hips, aligned. Okay. Coming back to center, switching hands on your belt. And you can straighten out through your right leg, come over slightly with that right leg, or sorry, with that left leg, over to the right. And then we'll slowly release, come back to center. And you can bend that knee, bring the foot, the belt off the foot, slowly release down. Relax both legs for a moment. You want to check them out, see how they feel, compare from side to side. We'll slowly bring the right knee in towards the chest or whatever we didn't just do. Okay, you can hold it there for a moment. And bend the other knee, bring the left foot to the floor. We're going to position the right ankle onto the front of the left thigh, right hand into that leg, pressing gently. Deciding where you want to go with this. Do you want to loop your hands behind the left knee, bring the legs in? Do you want to use your belt? Do you want to use support underneath your left foot? Keep the breath moving through your body, slow and steady. Inhaling deep down towards the belly. Rising up. Exhale, releasing it all back up. Okay. All right. And then we'll try that twist. So if you want to bring your left foot back down and start to move over to the left with both legs. You can keep your ankle on the front of your thigh if you want to try the twist like that, or you can go back to both legs just together, both legs to the side in the way we usually do recline twists, but this is just offering a little bit of a different variation today, and it helps you get a little bit deeper into the hips there. You can reach out through your right arm, gently turn your head to look over to the right. Two more breaths here. Try to lengthen out your exhalation next time. Longer than you did before. Releasing. Good. Come back to center. Bring that right knee straight in and loop your belt on your foot. Bend and straighten. Bending the knee straight and then straightening the leg. You can also do this with your breath. Inhaling to bend, exhaling to straighten. This time, as you exhale, straighten your leg, hold it there for a few breaths. Pull a little bit more with your belt down towards the floor. You'll get a little bit more of a stretch through your calf. Lifting the heel. And then we're going to take both ends of the belt in the right hand. Anchor yourself so you're not going to tilt over to the right with your legs, your hips, your lower back. So anchor yourself. Bring your right leg open to the side, maybe left leg with knee bent moves open to the other side. Pausing to stretch and extend your leg out from the center point. And then we'll slowly come back to center. We're going to switch hands on the belt. We're going to straighten out through the left leg, bring that right leg over to the right. Just a little bit there until you feel that Nice, lovely. Most people feel it down here in the calf, just in the outer part of your leg, somewhere there. Long breath out to help your body release. In this pose, you'll feel your body get more comfortable. Feel some of that tension dissipate. And then slowly come back to center. You can take the belt off your foot and slowly release. Okay. Compare both sides, compare through the legs, how your legs feel now, right down to your feet. Okay, I'm gonna offer you one more pose. This one you might do with a bit of support. If you have only blocks or cushions and you wanna try this one, we're gonna come on to that support. The hips will stay down on the mat and you'll support your upper body and maybe open your knees wide apart, soles of your feet together in the reclining butterfly pose. Okay, this is one variation. It helps to open the chest, release the shoulders a bit more and the arms. Just sink as you keep your arms open to the sides, palms facing up. If you have more like a bolster, or you can make your blanket into a bolster, this is also a lovely position to do, I think, on the bolster. Okay. See if that feels good. Whatever, if you have some support you can grab to use. Even just for the first little bit as we get settled here, preparing for Shavasana. If you want to, at any point, take your hands to the outsides of your legs, push your legs back together. If you're wanting to come off the support, roll to the side, try to move it away. Another variation here for bound ankle pose or butterfly pose is taking the bolster, typically a round one like the one I have, underneath the knees, feet together, covering up here. If you're feeling a little bit cool, for Shavasana, you can also do Shavasana in bed. So I encourage you just to get really comfy, to start noticing again through your whole body how your body can more deeply relax, how you can actually let go consciously of any tension that you can release. Sometimes it is just more like a holding, gripping. And right now we're going to move through our body, sweeping our attention down from the head, the back of the head, sinking down more deeper. You can rock your head a little bit from side to side. Feeling through your face, your jaw, teeth apart. Tongue softens at the roof of your mouth. Feeling through your neck, your shoulders, right shoulder, shoulder blade sinking, right arm releasing, right hand releasing. And then your left shoulder blade sinking, left arm comfortably heavy. You might turn your palms to face up. Settling your arms and your shoulders deeper. And sweeping down from the backs of your shoulders down through your back towards your hips. With your exhalation, see if you can feel your hips release a bit more. Softening through your belly. Feeling down through your legs, your right leg and foot, your left leg, your left foot. Both legs, your hips, your belly, lower back. Just for a few moments here, allowing your breath to move through your body naturally, gently, like a wave moving through. With your attention, you might focus on that wave on the inhale, rising up from the belly up towards the chest. On the exhale, you might notice your body releasing from the top down, from the chest down towards the belly. That's a more subtle breath, feeling that wave rolling through on the inhale and on the exhale. We'll stay here for at least 2 to 3 more breaths, starting to release control. We might have been, deepening the breath a bit. Now we're just going to come into our most natural breath. My breath breathes me now. How does that feel? Releasing any form of control, just more fully surrendering to this moment. To the time and the space that you're in right now. Resting here. And if you're feeling quite sleepy, you can continue your relaxation. As you get settled into bed tonight, come back to the conscious relaxation. Come back to your breath. Remind yourself that the day is done. Everything that you need to do is done for today. Tomorrow's another day. And give yourself time and space to just relax. To feel more peaceful and at ease within yourself. We're going to start to wiggle a little bit more to come slowly out. I invite you to do anything that feels good. So I might shift around with your head rocking, maybe reaching through your arms. Or maybe coming into one more pose before you fully release, maybe knees to chest. Look up my knees in towards my chest and just holding it there for a few breaths. And then I'm gonna end us here right away. So again, I encourage you to move at your own pace, to transition when you feel ready to. When you're ready to come up, it's nice to roll over onto your side. Use your arms to come up. And try to stay nice and warm and cozy here. And to continue keeping a positive mindset as you go into sleep. It's nice to review a few things before bed, to put things in perspective, reviewing all the good things that happened today, or the people that you were with that you really appreciate having in your life. Take a moment to appreciate that. Take a moment to appreciate the simple things that we often overlook. And thank you so much. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful sleep tonight, and we'll see you again soon.